Dear members of the Society for Financial Studies, I'm grateful for the opportunity to reminisce about the creation of this influential professional society. I fondly recall what happened 35 years ago. It was during the Allied Social Science Association's meeting in December of 1986 that a group of us that included Michael Brennan, Mark Weinstein, Joe Williams, me, and others were sitting at the lobby of a New Orleans hotel and mulling over the idea of establishing a much-needed new finance journal. At the time, it was felt that leading finance journals were publishing primarily empirical research. A suggestion was made that the new journal should publish only theoretical research. The idea was thankfully squashed, and we resolved that the journal should publish the best of both empirical and theoretical research. We wanted the members of the society to have control of the journal and its editorial policy rather than cede control to an academic press. And here is where the experience of Joe Williams came in. Joe helped us establish this society that is the sole owner of the journal. The society was incorporated as a non-profit corporation in California in 1987. The founding officers of the society were Joe Williams as president, me as vice president, and Mark Weinstein as secretary-treasurer. Since we were independent, we needed seed capital. A number of us contributed $20,000 each as interest-free loans. The society prospered and the loans were repaid soon thereafter.
I am pleased to have the opportunity to offer some reflections on the occasion of the 35th anniversary of the founding of the Society for Financial Studies and the Review of Financial Studies. As a member of the founding committee and an organizer of the venture, I recall that we faced a number of challenges. Entry is not easy, but not impossible. Michael Brennan's willingness to serve as our founding executive editor and the willingness of some of the most distinguished scholars in finance to support the venture and provide an institutional context for appointing Michael were crucial. The quick emergence of the RFS into the elite journals of the profession flowed from that and became self-sustaining, in part also facilitated by attracting some high visibility papers to early issues, such as those by Admati and Pfleiderer and Lowen McKinley.
I'd like to acknowledge the contribution of the authors of the first 4 papers in the journal. As you know, starting a journal is a chicken and egg problem. You need to persuade authors to submit to your journal. And yet what do you have to offer them except a reputation? And a new journal, of course, doesn't have any reputation. Well, we had our founding committee and we had a distinguished board of editors, but obviously no track record. So it was a bit of a risk for the authors of those papers, and they tended to be still fairly young in their career. So it was quite a sacrifice for them. So I'd like to acknowledge Anat Admati and Paul Pfleiderer, Andrew Lowe and Craig McKinley, Phil Dybvig, and Mark Bagnoli, who published in our first issue. And those papers were critical in establishing the reputation of the journal as an outlet for theoretical and empirical papers, and set a very high standard, which got us off to a great start. So thank all of those contributors very much, and I'm very pleased to have been associated with the journal. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity to address this cavalcade. I would like to take this time to thank Matt Spiegel. Matt was the founder of the Society for Financial Studies and the Review of Financial Studies. It was his idea, and I think he contributed greatly over 2 decades at least to make this endeavor a huge success, the huge success that it is today after 35 years. So thank you, Matt, and I wish the SFS and the RFS continued success.
I'm Ravi Jagannathan. I was the president of the Society for Financial Studies between 2002 and 2005. It gives me great pleasure to thank the membership of the SFS, the past and current officers of the SFS, and also the current and past editors of the Review of Financial Studies, the Review of Asset Pricing Studies, and the Review of Corporate Financial Studies. All that has helped SFS become a success story. And with hindsight, I would consider the SFS as being one of the most important contributions to academic finance education and research during the past 3 decades. And during my time, if I recollect, one of the most important decisions that we made was to support Matt Spiegel in introducing the SFS Cavalcade and introducing the Review of Asset Pricing Studies and the Review of Corporate Financial Studies. And I thank the membership for giving me an opportunity to serve. Thank you all, and all the best.